Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start chapter 6, seed dormancy and germination. So this chapter consists of what is seed dormancy, that is the definition of seed dormancy, types of seed dormancy, methods to overcome seed dormancy, metabolic changes during seed germination. So these points we are going to study in the chapter seed dormancy and germination. Okay. So flowering plants after pollination and fertilization forms seed. So as you know, the life cycle of the flowering plant, these are the angiospermic plants. After pollination means after transfer of pollen from anther to the stigma of the flower, it results into the fertilization. So after pollination and fertilization it forms the seeds. Hence seed is the fertilized ovule containing the dormant embryo. Under suitable conditions such as light, water, temperature and oxygen, the seed germinates. All seeds have a specific period of dormancy during which they do not germinate even if favorable conditions are available. The seed dormancy period varies from species to species and is controlled by genetic factors. So after pollination and fertilization, seeds are formed, and these seeds are nothing but the fertilized ovules containing dormant embryo. These seeds under suitable conditions of light, water, temperature and oxygen get germinate. So that we call it as seed germination. So the seeds have a specific period of dormancy during which they do not germinate even if favorable conditions of light, water, temperature and oxygen are available. The seed dormancy period varies from species to species and is controlled by genetic factor. So seed dormancy is nothing but the resting period of the seed during which the seed is not able to germinate under favorable conditions, that we called as the seed dormancy. In some plants this period is very short, up to some hours, while in other plant species like xanthium it is highly prolonged, up to several years. Because of the natural seed dormancy in plants, we are able to store the seeds of cereals, pulses, food grains, etc. for future use. So this is the fact by which we can store the seeds of cereal, pulses, food grains for future use because of the natural seed dormancy in plants. Some plant species having the seeds which are dormant for few hours only, while in some plant species, for example xanthium, it is highly prolonged up to several years. The storage of seeds and grains is only possible because of their dormancy. We can therefore store them and use them during times of food scarcity such as drought condition. So due to the seed dormancy we can store the seeds for a specific period of time, when we can store the seeds only because of the seed dormancy and use them during the times of food scarcity such as drought condition. The phenomenon of seed dormancy is very interesting and also very useful for the survival of human beings. Not only the seeds but even bud dormancy is very common in plants, especially in cold weather. The underground tubers, corms and bulbs of many plants exhibit the phenomenon of dormancy. So underground tubers, corm, bulb, these are the vegetative parts of the plant. They also remain dormant for a specific period of time. They also exhibit the phenomenon of dormancy. Not only the seeds but even bud that has been formed on the plant at the apex or at the lateral position, where also the seed dormancy has been seen, especially in the cold weather. The dormancy in seeds and other plant parts is generally induced by unfavorable environmental conditions, for example drought, freezing, salinity. The dormancy may also be due to some internal factors, for example abscisic acid, one of the growth hormone, also known as dormine, if synthesized in embryo, induces seed dormancy. The seed dormancy may also be due to specific characters of the seed itself. For example, hard seed coat, so due to which it is impermeable to water and air. The seeds remain dormant until they achieve physiological maturity. So these are the reason by which the seed remain dormant for a specified period of time. The first reason is due to unfavorable environmental conditions such as drought, freezing temperature, or salinity. Some internal factors may render the seed dormant. For example, abscisic acid, which is also known as dormine, if it is synthesized in the embryo, induces seed dormancy. Seed dormancy is due to the hard seed coat also. So due to the hard seed coat, it is impermeable to water and air. Water and air not able to enter inside the seed that is required for germination. So due to which the seeds remain dormant until they achieve the physiological maturity. So these are the reasons by which the seed remain dormant in the plant. The span of dormancy is a genetic character. The dormant seeds are frequently induced to germinate by specific treatment. So the seed dormancy can be overcome by using certain treatments. These are chemical treatments, physical treatment. Chemical treatment, for example, application of GA3. The GA3, it is the gibberellic acid, one of the growth hormone used to overcome the seed dormancy. Physical treatments, for example, scarification, breaking of hard seed coat. If the seed having a hard seed coat, it is impermeable to water and air, then it has to be physically break so that the water can enter inside the seed. Similarly, scarification is one of the way by which we can break the seed dormancy. These are called as dormancy breaking treatments. Dormancy is a seed characteristics which defines the conditions required for germination, and therefore any cue that widens the environmental requirements for germination should be regarded as dormancy release factors. Hence, seed dormancy can be simply defined as the condition of a seed when it fails to germinate in spite of the availability of internal and external favorable condition. So here we are going to define the seed dormancy. So seed dormancy is the condition of a seed when it fails to germinate in spite of the availability of internal and external favorable condition. So it is the inability of the seed to germinate in spite of the availability of favorable internal and external conditions. So due to which seed is not able to germinate. In brief, seed dormancy is the temporary suspended germination stage of the seed. It is temporarily unable to germinate. It having the potential or the ability to germinate, but for a specific period of time, it is not able to germinate. So in brief, seed dormancy is the temporary suspended germination stage of the seed. So seed dormancy we can be defined as the condition of a seed when it fails to germinate in spite of the availability of favorable internal and external conditions. In brief, we say that seed dormancy is the temporary suspended germination stage of the seed. A wide range of physiological factors can alter seed dormancy. For example, temperature, light, nitrate, or naturally occurring chemical signals, for example, abscisic acid and other terpenes. Some of these factors such as temperature are related to slow seasonal change. For example, temperature is integrated over time to alter the depth of dormancy and the sensitivity to other factors such as light. Certain other factors indicate in a more immediate way that conditions are suitable for germination, for example light, which could be considered to terminate dormancy and therefore induce germination. Each of these dormancy release factors therefore remove successive blocks to germination, but this process usually needs to be carried out in a set of order for initiation of seed germination. So these are the various physiological factors that can alter the seed dormancy. For example, temperature, light, nitrate, some naturally occurring chemical compounds like abscisic acid, terpenes. The temperature and the light plays a vital role in the altering the seed dormancy. So it is the one of the environmental factors that affect on the seed dormancy. Okay, so it can be therefore be summarized that seed dormancy is an innate seed property which defines the environmental conditions that must be met before the seed can germinate. So seed dormancy is a innate or internal seed property which defines the environmental condition that must be met before the seed can germinate. So the seed wait for the favorable environmental conditions for germination, and during this period it is not able to germinate. So this is the innate or inner seed property which defines the favorable environmental condition that must be met before the seed can germinate. So this is also called as the seed dormancy. So here we are going to make the definition of the seed dormancy. So first, the dormancy is generally regarded as a temporary suspension of visible growth, that is the germination. For many seeds, the final phase of seed development involves significant water loss and entry into a metabolically active state. Seed dormancy could be considered simply as block to the completion of germination of an intact viable seed under favorable conditions. If when provided with suitable temperature, water and oxygen, germination does not occur, the seed is considered to be dormant. So this is the one of the definition of the seed dormancy. So seed dormancy is the simply as a block to the completion of germination of an intact viable seed under favorable condition. And if when provided with suitable temperature, water and oxygen, germination does not occur, the seed is said to be dormant. A more sophisticated and experimentally useful definition of dormancy has been proposed by Baskin and Baskin. They stated that a dormant seed does not have the capacity to germinate in a specified period of time under any combination of normal physical environmental factors that are otherwise favorable for its germination. So a definition that has been provided by or proposed by Baskin and Baskin. So according to him, a dormant seed does not have the capacity to germinate in a specified period of time under any combination of normal physical environmental factors. These factors are otherwise favorable for its germination. So this is the capacity of the seed to do not germinate in a specified period of time under the favorable conditions of germination. So this is called as the seed dormancy. So I think the definition that I was given, it is the condition of a seed when it fails to germinate in spite of the availability of internal and external favorable conditions. This is the one of the definition. Then another one is the seed dormancy is the temporary suspended germination stage of a seed. The third one is the seed dormancy is the innate seed property which defines the environmental condition that must be met before the seed can germinate. We can define seed dormancy as it could be considered simply as a block to the completion of germination of an intact viable seed under favorable condition. In nutshell, seed dormancy is the inability of the seed to germinate under favorable conditions of seed germination like temperature, water and oxygen. Otherwise they can able to germinate under such conditions. So seed dormancy is the inability of the seed to germinate under favorable conditions of temperature, water and oxygen, that we call it as the seed dormancy. Okay, the definition that has been proposed by Baskin and Baskin, it is the dormant seed does not have the capacity to germinate in a specified period of time under any combination of normal physical environmental factors that are otherwise favorable for its germination. So this is the seed dormancy. Now we are going to study the types of seed dormancy. The first one type is the primary dormancy. So primary dormancy occur in a freshly harvested, mature, water permeable dormant seeds are said to have primary dormancy, which has been induced due to abscisic acid during seed maturation on the mother plant. So the primary dormancy occurs in the freshly harvested, mature, water permeable dormant seeds. So this has been induced due to the abscisic acid. So once we harvest the seeds or the grains from the crop plant, these seeds are not able to germinate immediately because of the primary dormancy. So this primary dormancy is due to the abscisic acid that has been present in the seed. So during seed maturation of the mother plant, this type of dormancy has been induced in the seed. Release from dormancy in the field following dispersal may involve either after ripening or dormancy release treatment in the imbibed states. So such seeds that are undergoes primary dormancy can be released by either after ripening or dormancy release treatment in the imbibed states. After ripening usually involves a period of month of dry storage at room temperature of freshly harvested mature seeds to release dormancy and to promote germination. So after ripening period has to be given to the seed, means the seed has to be stored at room temperature for a specified period of time. So they can be released from the dormancy and it promotes the germination. Imbibed seed treatments include chilling, that is a cold stratification, warm stratification, light, gibberellins and other hormones substances present in smoke like butanolide and compounds like nitric oxide. So these are the treatments that has been given to the seed to release them from the primary dormancy. So primary dormancy has been characterized by the freshly harvested mature water impermeable dormant seeds. This is induced due to the abscisic acid during seed maturation on the mother plant. Second one type is the secondary dormancy. Secondary dormancy occurs in some non-dormant and post-dormant seed under conditions favorable for germination like high temperature. It caused by conditions that occur after the seed has been dispersed. Secondary dormancy can be induced in seeds with non-deep physiological dormancy after seed dispersal and is often associated with the annual dormancy cycles in the seed bank. So secondary dormancy occur in some non-dormant and post-dormant seed under conditions favorable for germination like high temperature. So this type of dormancy is due to unfavorable environmental conditions for germination, for example high temperature. So it is caused by the condition that occur after the seed has been dispersed. So secondary dormancy can be induced in seeds with non-deep physiological dormancy after dispersal and is often associated with the annual dormancy cycles in the seed bank. Third one type is the physiological dormancy. So here we are also going to explain the non-deep physiological dormancy. This is the one of the level of the physiological dormancy. So first we are going to study the physiological dormancy. Physiological dormancy is a form of primary dormancy which is found in seeds of gymnosperm and all major angiosperm classes. It is the most common type of dormancy. Physiological dormancy is also the major form of dormancy in most of the seeds like Arabidopsis, Helianthus, sunflower, Lycopersicon, tomato, Nicotiana, tobacco, Arena and several cereals. So physiological dormancy is a form of primary dormancy which found in the seeds of gymnosperm and all other major angiospermic plants. It is the most common type of dormancy. So there are three levels of physiological dormancy: deep physiological dormancy, intermediate physiological dormancy, and third is the non-deep physiological dormancy. So first we are going to study the deep physiological dormancy. Seeds are said to have deep physiological dormancy if the embryos excised from such seeds either do not grow or will produce abnormal seedlings. So these are the characteristics of deep physiological dormancy. The first one is the embryo, if it is excised from the seed, either do not grow or will produce abnormal seedlings. Second thing, GA treatment does not break their dormancy. GA means gibberellic acid treatment does not break their dormancy. And third, 3 to 4 months of cold or warm stratification are required before germination can take place. It requires cold or warm stratification for a period of 3 to 4 months for germination. So these are the conditions where the seed shows deep physiological dormancy. The first condition is the embryo excised from such seeds either do not grow or will produce abnormal seedlings. GA treatment does not break their dormancy. 3 to 4 months of cold or warm certification are required before germination can take place. Second type is the second level is the intermediate physiological dormancy. Seeds with intermediate physiological dormancy when produce normal seedlings when embryos are excised from such seeds. So here intermediate physiological dormancy, it is the next level to the deep physiological dormancy. When the embryos are excised from such seed, it produces the normal seedling. Here in the deep physiological dormancy, if we excise the embryo from seeds, they either do not grow or will produce abnormal seedling. But in this case here they produce the normal seedlings. GA treatment promotes germination in most but not all species. Here GA treatment does not work for breaking the seed dormancy. But here GA treatment promotes germination in most but not all species. Third, seeds require 2 to 3 months of cold stratification. Here it requires 3 to 4 months of cold or warm stratification. So I said it is a intermediate, it is deep. So it requires some more period of 3 to 4 months of cold or warm stratification than the intermediate physiological dormancy. So seeds requires 2 to 3 months of cold stratification. Dry storage, that we also call as after ripening period, can shorten the cold stratification period. For example, Acer pseudoplantanus. So this is the example where the dry storage or after ripening period can be shortened the cold stratification period of 3 to 4 months, that is stated in the intermediate physiological dormancy. So this is the second level of physiological dormancy. Now we are going for the third level, that is the non-deep physiological dormancy. So seeds with non-deep physiological dormancy can be characterized by it produces normal seedling when embryos are excised from these seeds. GA treatment can break this dormancy, and depending on the species, dormancy can also be broken by scarification after ripening in dry storage and cold or warm stratification. So this is the non-deep physiological dormancy where the seeds can produce the normal seedlings when embryos are excised from these seeds. Gibberellic acid treatment can break this dormancy, and the various dormancy breaking treatments such as scarification after ripening in dry storage, cold or warm stratification can break the seed dormancy. So this is the third one type, physiological dormancy. Now we are going for morphological dormancy. So seeds with underdeveloped in terms of size but differentiated embryos undergoes morphological dormancy. So the morphological dormancy is characterized by the seeds with underdeveloped but differentiated embryo. The embryo is underdeveloped. It requires some time for full or complete development of the embryo. But the embryo that has been present in the seed, it is well differentiated, but it is underdeveloped. These embryos are not physiologically dormant but simply need time to grow and germinate. So it requires time for the completion of its full development. This group does not include seeds with undifferentiated embryo. The embryo here is the differentiated embryo. It is, these seeds are not comes under morphological dormancy with undifferentiated embryo. Here morphological dormancy has been characterized by the seeds with underdeveloped but differentiated embryos. So such seeds undergoes morphological dormancy. So to break the morphological dormancy, it simply needs time to grow and germinate. So some time has to be given, that is the dry storage or after ripening period that has been given to such seeds, then these seeds can able to germinate. Okay, so this is about the morphological dormancy. Next is the morphophysiological dormancy. Morphophysiological. So it is the combination of both morphological and physiological dormancy. Seeds which not only have underdeveloped embryos but also a physiological component of dormancy within the embryo. So morphological dormancy, it is characterized by the underdeveloped embryo but differentiated embryo. In addition to this, it having a physiological component of dormancy within the embryo are said to have morphophysiological dormancy. For example, Troilus ranunculus member, Fraxinus Excelsior Oleaceae member. So these plants having morphophysiological dormancy, in short MPD. So these seeds require dormancy breaking treatment. For example, a defined combination of warm and or cold stratification, which in some cases can be replaced by gibberellic acid application. In morphophysiological dormancy seeds, embryo growth or emergence require a considerable longer period of time than in morphological dormancy seeds. Seeds with undifferentiated embryos like the Orchidaceae also have a morphological and a physiological component of dormancy, but they are not considered in this classification scheme, because here the morphophysiological dormant seeds are those which having underdeveloped embryo but differentiated embryos. Okay, so here morphophysiological dormancy has been characterized by both the factor, that is it possesses underdeveloped embryo, and also it having the physiological component of dormancy within the embryos. So to break such type of dormancy, a defined combination of warm and or cold stratification has to be given, or in some cases GA3 application, gibberellic acid application, can also be replace these treatments. So this is about morphophysiological dormancy. Next, this is the physical dormancy. So physical dormancy is due to one or more water impermeable layers of palisade cells in the seed or fruit coat. In such seeds, maturation drying prevents water uptake and the covering layers control water movement. So physical dormancy is due to the physical structure of the seed or the fruit coat. Okay, so the seed coat, if it is water impermeable, it possesses one or more water impermeable layers of palisade cells in the seed or in the fruit coat, such seeds are not able to germinate, because if the seed coat is impermeable, there is no entry of water and oxygen. So under such condition, the seed is not able to germinate, it remain dormant. Seeds will remain dormant until some factors render the covering layers permeable to the water. So once the seed coat or fruit coat, if it become permeable to the water, such seeds can able to germinate. In nature, these factors include high temperature, widely fluctuating temperatures, fire, drying, freezing, thawing, and passage through the digestive tracts of animals. So these are the ways by which the seeds under physical dormancy can able to germinate. They will remain dormant until some factors render the covering layers permeable to water. So these are the factors that can make the hard seed coat or the seed coat or fruit coat permeable to the water. This includes the high temperature, widely fluctuating temperature, fire, drying, freezing, thawing, and passage through the digestive tracts of the animals. Mechanical or chemical scarification can break the physical dormancy. When the seed or fruit coat becomes permeable to water, the seeds can germinate over a wide range of ambient conditions. Unlike physiological dormancy seeds, which may re-enter secondary dormancy after primary dormancy is broken, once the coat of physical dormant seeds becomes permeable, it generally cannot revert to complete impermeability. Thus, the timing of dormancy break in nature is a more critical event in the life cycle of plants with physical dormancy than it is in those with the physiological dormancy. So here mechanical or chemical scarification can break the physical dormancy. Similarly, some factor also render the seed covering permeable to the water. So once the seed cover or seed coat or fruit coat becomes permeable to water, the seeds can able to germinate. So this is due to the physical structure of the seed or fruit coat. Next is the combinational dormancy. So it is the combination of both physical and physiological dormancy, PY plus PD. Combinational dormancy PY plus PD is present in water impermeable, which is due to the physical dormancy. Seeds combine with the physiological embryo dormancy. So physiological embryo dormancy is due to certain factors or certain chemical compounds that has been present in the embryo that render them physiologically dormant. With family Anacardiaceae, the genus Rus includes with physical and physiological dormancy. Embryos of freshly harvested mature PY and PD dormant seeds of winter annuals, for example geranium species, have some conditional dormancy. So combinational dormancy of both physical and physiological is present in water impermeable seeds combined with the physiological embryo dormancy. This physical dormancy is released during after ripening storage even if the seed coat remains water impermeable. So this is about the types of seed dormancy. So in this lecture we study the definition of the seed dormancy. So seed dormancy is a temporary suspended germination stage of the seed, or one can say seed dormancy is the condition of a seed when it fails to germinate in spite of the availability of favorable internal and external conditions. Here one more definition has been given as proposed by Baskin and Baskin. So dormant seed does not have the capacity to germinate in a specified period of time under any combination of normal physical environmental factors that are otherwise favorable for its germination. So any one definition we can write in the examination. Next is the types of seed dormancy. So this is the first one type, primary dormancy. So this primary dormancy occurs in the freshly harvested mature water permeable dormant seeds. So this is because of the abscisic acid that has been present in the embryo during seed germination on the mother plant. So it requires after ripening or dormancy release treatment in the imbibe states. Dry storage at room temperature of freshly harvested mature seeds can able to release them from the dormancy and it promote the germination. Next is the secondary dormancy. So secondary dormancy is due to certain unfavorable environmental conditions for germination like high temperature. So it is caused by conditions that occur after the seed has been dispersed. Next is the physiological dormancy. So physiological dormancy is due to certain chemical compounds or the physiological factors that are unfavorable for the germination. So there are three levels: deep, intermediate and non-deep. So deep physiological dormancy, here three conditions we have to consider here as a characteristics of the deep physiological dormancy. The first one is embryo, if it is excised from seed, either do not grow or will produce abnormal seedling. Gibberellic acid treatment does not break their dormancy. Cold or warm certification for a period of 3 to 4 months has been required. So this is the deep physiological dormancy. If you see the intermediate physiological dormancy, if embryo has been excised, it produces the normal seedling. Gibberellic acid treatment promotes germination in most but not all species. Seeds require 2 to 3 months of cold certification treatment. Dry storage can shorten the cold certification. Here non-deep, the embryo produce normal seedlings when excised from seeds. Gibberellic acid treatment can break this dormancy. Depending on the species, dormancy can be broken by scarification after ripening in dry storage, cold or warm certification. Next is the morphological dormancy. It is characterized by the seeds with underdeveloped but differentiated embryo. It is differentiated into the cotyledons and hypocotyl and radicle. Okay, so it is the differentiated embryo but it is underdeveloped, so it requires some time to grow and germinate. Next is the morphophysiological dormancy. It is a combination of both morphological and physiological dormancy. So the seeds which not only have a underdeveloped embryos but also a physiological component of dormancy within the embryo. So warm or cold certification can able to overcome such type of seed dormancy. Physical dormancy, it is due to the water impermeable layers of palisade cells on the seed or fruit coat. So when these layers becomes permeable to the water, it can be released from the dormancy. So there are some factors this can release the seeds from dormancy if they make the covering layers permeable to the water. For example, high temperature, widely fluctuating temperature, fire, drying, freezing, thawing. Okay, mechanical or chemical scarification can break the physical dormancy. Here is the combinational dormancy. It is a combination of both physical and physiological dormancy. So physical dormancy, it is the water impermeable seeds combined with the physiological embryo dormancy. So physiological dormancy is released during after ripening storage even if the seed coat remains water impermeable. So this is about the types of seed dormancy. So here we stop now.